We're going to go ahead and call this May 27th, 2025 City of Gallatin Council Committee meeting to order. We'll have a roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Hayes,
Present.
Councilman Alexander,
Present.
Councilman Carter,
Present.
Councilman Fan,
Here.
Councilman Fennell,
Here.
Councilman Jones,
Here.
and Councilman Juvance. We have a quorum.
Thank you. And at this time, approval of the minutes for the council committee meeting for May 13th, 2025.
Motion approved. Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion, any changes? All those in favor? Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion carries. And at this time, we'll have public recognition. If anybody'd like to come and speak, please come up and give your name and address for the record.
Renee Saunders, 2092 Rodman Boulevard. I have missed you guys terribly, but I've been so busy. I wanted to say that I was under the impression that the Gap apartment expansion, whatever the heck they're doing, was not going to impact traffic on Nashville Pike. Maybe I was wrong about that, and maybe the construction has to impact the traffic, but the actual place, by the time it's done, won't. But there's like big dump trucks in the middle of the road trying to turn, coming into town and trying to turn on Nashville Pike into that construction area, but they also have a staging area off Harris Lane, so I'm not really sure why that's happening. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who's confused by the traffic pattern that they create once that big old truck sits there, waits for the light to turn red off of Brown's Lane, and then tries to make their turn before we turn onto Nashville Pike. If maybe you could clarify it with the construction people. Other than that, let me just say the bathroom, the women's bathroom at Long Hollow Golf Course, score. It's beautiful. Thank you very much for the funding to get it done. It's absolutely great. Thank you.
Thank you.
I am Pastor Yvonne Lee, 1082 Sam Houston, Gallatin. I will be launching a campaign for the fruit campaign for young people in Gallatin to come and just do 10,000 acts of kindness throughout the summer. And I wanted to present it to you all. If you know any children that want to be a part, or if you have children that don't have accountability or things to do for the summer, we'll be doing things like cleaning up parks. We'll be going to the nursing homes. We'll be doing a few things. Abba's House of Healing, Gallatin. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, good evening. My name is Cam Patel. I live at 421 Woodlands Drive, Gallatin, Tennessee. I'm here for liquor distance. Last time I think they passed the liquor license for Gallatin. They put the rules, say 1 mile distance. And I was thinking about 1 mile is a driving direction. But when I tried to apply, Ms. Connie say, Cam, let the engineer looking that things, and they say come back with, say, is around, like aerial-wise, and I'm short about 0.2 mile on the aerial. But driving direction is 1.3, and the other way, the short distance is 1.2. Then I was looking some of the areas, liquor store. There's a plant, Liquor World, and the red carpet is not, they're not matching the distance. They are almost 0.8 or 0.9 mile as the aerial. And I'm thinking, my question, we opening the new gas stations cost almost $3 million. And there's every corner they're opening. If we open more liquor store, there's no issue, you know, if it's half a mile each liquor store, can you please lower the distance so I can, on our side of the Blythe Avenue north side, we don't have no liquor stores. On this side, we are on the Gallatin Liquor, they closed down. So I'm trying to open one in downtown right by the jail. right by the MAPCO, and there's a car lot, old car lots, Dan Summer car lot. I bought that for a liquor store. And I thought I'm okay for 1 mile distance. But Broadway liquor is almost 1.3, but when I see the aerial distance, it's 0.08. Also, same situation on Blythe Avenue. The driving direction is 1.2, but aerial distance is about 0.08. So I'm requesting to counselor, can you please do it as half a mile or no distance? Because I've been studying a lot of the county, they don't have no distance rules. Also, we don't have no distance for the beer license for the church or school, so why we don't have a distance for the business? Like, there's no competition. If somebody wants to open, they can open it. It costs about $800 to $1 million, but not like gas station. Gas station costs $4 million to open. So please, do something. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Anybody else? Okay, public recognition is closed. There is no mayor's comments tonight. We'll move on to the agenda. First item is ordinance number 02505-33. Ms. Nichols.
We have an ordinance to clean up some accounts that will potentially go over before the end of the year, and those are before you. For most of the funds, we were able to fund it with interest earnings instead of going into the fund balances. So I'd like to request that you approve these, please.
Motion to send council.
Have a motion? Is there a second? Second? Okay, have a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 2, resolution number R2505-28.
Thank you, Council. Jennifer LaFever, CIO, and I'm so happy to finally have something to present to you. We have a longstanding relationship with Tyler Technologies. It runs much of the software, or it provides much of the software that runs our city. One of those components is a product called Encode, and it runs our court system software. We are looking to move the software into the cloud, and as a result, after much negotiation back and forth with emails and even a meeting between the two legal departments, we were not able to come to a conclusion with that satisfied our contract administration policy. In particular, the item in question was the limitation of liabilities clause. And so I'm asking that you allow the mayor to sign the contract as is. And if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them.
And the only thing that I would add is that they said they could not remove that because of their insurance, and that their insurance company would allow them to do that. And the only other thing, in the end, they also asked that we put the attorney's fees in there, and I was pretty opposed to that. And so if you do approve it, I would ask that you approve this limitation of liability, which I think we have a lot of contracts with them, and they have been a good partner. I think any limitation of liability, the liability would probably be fairly low after talking with Ms. LaFever about it. So I'm not really necessarily opposing that, because I know that we need the software. They did at one point say they would remove the attorney's fees, but when we say we're going to bring it to council, they said, well, let's throw that back in there too.
Oh, I had thought that they ended up removing those.
I think they just said, well, since you're going to take it to council, take both of them.
Okay.
And I said, we'll take it, but I'm going to oppose the attorney's fees.
Okay. Anybody have any questions, or do I hear a motion? Yes.
Question. I read the contract. I'm pretty sure it's pretty standard, but they have a clause, page 19, 6.2, where they say that will be hosted on in a Tyler data center or in a third-party data center, where I'm okay with that, I have no problem. But the next paragraph, when they talk about data center failure, all that stuff, they only mention their Tyler center. I mean, there is nothing in there who's talking about the third-party data center. So we're pretty protected if we are, per the contract, if we are in one of the data center, but if we are on a third party, there is nothing in there who say that they will do anything about it or they will protect our data or stuff. So is there any chance we can add on 6.3 just after Tyler data center and third-party data center, so we have the same protection on a Tyler and on a third party?
I can check on that for you. I believe that there's an uptime clause in the document that protects us, and if they do not uphold that part, then we are entitled to a portion of the fees back. So I think we're going to be covered with that, but I will check with them.
Yeah, I read that too, but I just want to make sure we don't have something where we can get it at one point just for a word in a contract.
My guess is they're going to hold the third-party data centers to the same standards as their own, but I'll check on that.
If they do, let's put that somewhere, because I didn't read anything about third party except on 6.2 where they say we could be host in a third party. Maybe I missed it, but I want to make sure.
Which, I'm not finding a 6.3 in the agreement.
Page 19 of the packet.
We'll note that.
Any other discussion? Do I hear a motion, send it on?
Motion to send it on
Have a motion?
with amended as per legal.
Taking the attorney's fees part back out.
All right. Second. In a second, Councilman Carter. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 3, resolution number R2505-29. Mr. Tuttle.
Evening. This is a resolution to accept public improvements in the Ray Estates subdivision. There are several roads, Odie Ray Street, and a handful of public alleys. The Planning Commission recommendation was unanimous for acceptance.
Do I hear a motion? Got a motion by Mr. Jones. Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Nick. All right, this time we're under other business. Does anybody up here have any other business? Yes.
Yeah, I had a conversation with impromptu with some of my constituents today, and they make some interesting points. And I think sometimes we forgot why we are here and who we're supposed to serve. And we're talking about a bunch of stuff, including Project Phoenix, including giving money to Target, and what is Gallatin becoming and what was Gallatin before, and what is the bloodline of a city like we are, with basically small business. And I think we forgot small business in our day-to-day operation where small business are the blood of the city. And that's what's going to give a character to the city. That's what's going to bring people in. And I don't think we do enough for small business. I went back and looked at stuff during elections campaign, and stuff was promised, and I think we have part of this town where we should put a lot more efforts to bring businesses and to revitalize some area. I think revitalizing, you have been there for a while, South Water, I've been hearing that for years and years and years. And, the only stuff I've seen changing in South Water is a dollar store, who's not probably the best, whatever, dollar store is dollar store, but so maybe we should start looking at that and see if there is a way to incentivize business in this area. I don't know if we can put some kind of overlay there with some kind of incentives to bring people in with small business who's going to, help the area. I know that's been done in plenty of cities. When I was at one time in Cali, all the area was that the city was helping small business to come, and by doing that, everything was cascading and making the area better. So I don't know if the EDA could have a look at that, or the chamber, because I think that that should be a job of the chamber to bring small business to, or help bringing small business. But what can we do as us as government to help an area and help small business, because they're the blood. It's
What, I'm going to ask this, what kind of small business are you talking about? I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm looking at 2, 3, 4 of us here that probably 40 years, no telling how many years you had your business. I was almost 40 years, and you've been probably 60 years. But anyway, what kind of, so yeah, it really is. It takes a lot to start a small business in the community, as y'all know. I know, 4 of us. What are you talking about? Like restaurants? Or are you talking about?
No,
what?
All type of small business. That should not be just restaurant. That should not be.
Because if you look, and Rosemary probably has the numbers on this. I saw something. There's been a tremendous amount of number of small businesses start up in this community. Am I correct? A bunch, tons.
I'm talking about South Water mainly right now, because I heard that for years and years and years, and I was driving in the South Water maze today because with the construction there, and now there is 2 blocks of construction there, so you have to kind of go around talking about that when you. The detour, I don't know who's in charge of that, but the detour signs, maybe they got put this afternoon, but they was not there this morning. When you take the first detour and you arrive now where they have the second part construction, they're on the right, so you have to cross the road, and there is no sign anymore. So if you don't know where you are, you can be lost. On Winchester, there is no more sign of detour stuff. So, but yeah, I think there is so much potential there for this area. If there is a way we can, I don't know, I was thinking of an overlay for small business with incentive or stuff. That's an idea.
I like what you're saying, but I don't know how you would ever regulate it and how you'd pick and choose and how you would give it to people. You've got a lot of small business, probably half of them that go broke.
Yeah, I know, but
What you might be doing is just throwing good money into bad.
Well, you take the new Publix that just opened up. Look how many small businesses are in that area.
Yeah.
And that, a small business now is going to have to shoulder their cost upon somebody else. And I mean, you take like this Target store coming in, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of opportunities to lease some of that property right there to be able to put a small business in.
Well, actually, the large businesses bring small business around it. An example, you take Nissan, we got several plants around here that the government would think was small business, but Nissan coming here may give them an opportunity to make supplies for Nissan. To your point, Publix is an example. They're an anchor, so it brought in small business. Same thing's going to happen with Target. It's going to give people opportunity. A lot of them are going to be franchises. It may be somebody that owns 1 or 10, but the government classifies small business a lot different than I do or we do.
When I voted on Target, I was voting for jobs coming here. I wasn't voting against jobs.
Say that again, Sean, I didn't hear it.
My vote on Target was for jobs here in Gallatin. I felt voting against the Target, you're voting against jobs.
Well, you're voting against small business too, because it's going to create other opportunity.
But I think it's right. I think it takes something like a Target, a Home Depot, or a Walmart or something to do that. Something on this side of town, like what you're talking about, to come in to where it's going to bring those small businesses because they start trickling around that.
That's not going to help South Water. That's not, he's kind of focusing in on South Water.
That's what I'm talking about, though. It's going to take something like that to come to that area. I mean, all right, here's another thing. All right, South Water's going towards Lebanon, correct?
Okay.
All right, what's on the end of South Water down there?
Windsong?
That's South Water.
It is, but
that's
I
tremendous.
think he's talking about more downtown here.
But I think, all right, what are we talking about? Project Phoenix. That's in between here and Windsong. That could help a lot, tremendously. You bring people down here, they're living down here, where are they going to go? They're going to go to mom and pop coffee shop down the road? They're going to be able to walk to places like that?
Hey.
Yeah. So, that's my point. But, anybody else? Other business? Anybody? Department heads? Y'all being quiet. All right. Motion? Have a motion. Is there a second? Second. All those in favor? Aye. We're adjourned.